odd one and a yellow one. The house is made of ticky tacky little houses, all the same. Hi everyone! Wow, that was like crazy. Hiya, welcome. I have no idea what I'm doing. Welcome back to another poop show of the Stitching Tendencies podcast. This is going to be episode 12 of 2023. Today is Saturday, August the 5th, and I am coming to you from the northeast area of Ohio. This is where I live with my husband, our girls, our animals, and my mom. If you are new here, welcome. Grab a cuppa. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Grab your cuppa, maybe a project. Let's chat a bit. It has been a minute. Okay, I said my welcomes. I said the date. I said the episode. I don't know what I'm doing. Honest to goodness, like, it's every time I sit down to record, it's like I've never done this before. It's like my whole body sees the camera and it's like, oh, deer in headlights, I don't know what to do, and it's crazy. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, my name is May, also known as 3 Stitches Short on Instagram and Ravelry, and this is my ticky tacky little podcast. This is where I show my knitting and other fiber crafts, mostly knitting. It has taken over my life. This is where we'll see this. This is where I show what I've made, what I'm making, what I'm going to be making, and all of that fun stuff. So let's buckle up. It's been a minute. About 4 weeks to be exact. Holy cow. So last we met, I was gearing up for Sock Week. It was July 8th and today is August 5th. So it's literally been almost a whole month. Sock Week came and went. I started on Lily's sweater like I wanted to. We'll talk about the goals and everything in a little bit. And then my autoimmune just wrecked me for about a week and a half. So I am finally starting to come out the other side of a pretty dang bad flare. So yay. But that's life, honestly. So it is what it is. Not much has been happening. We're getting Lily ready for school. We're doing the summer birthday things. We're getting ready to start some renovation projects in the house. Super excited about that. But that's it. Nothing really has been going on in my life. I'm boring. It's a good life. When you have nothing going on, best thing ever, because that means you can just sit back, relax, and knit all day, every day when you're not dying in pain. So, all right. So I am drinking a cafe mocha in my Don't Quit Your Daydream mug. Oh, look, it says May backwards. I never noticed that backwards Daydream has the word May in it. That answers a lot of questions. All right, I am not wearing any knitting today. Summer is in full swing, so that is a nighttime by the bonfire type thing. let's see. Oh, we are finished objects. We're just gonna jump right in. I have quite a few finished objects. I'm kind of impressed with myself. I'm gonna go in the order of finishing, I think. All right, so sock week, I went in with a goal of doing 3 full pairs, and I am so excited to show you that I did exactly that. What? So these 2 were made just the same. These were being called Hermione Smells Snow because I was doing a pattern sock. I was doing the Hermione Everyday Sock with this color. It's called I Smell Snow by Tippy Tree Yarns. My foot's weird and I wasn't enjoying doing the math on those, so I ripped that out and I cast on some vanilla socks. So excited about that. That's so pretty. I love this color. I did 68 stitches in the cuff and then went down to 60 stitches in the leg. I did 40 rounds in the leg because I actually did 20 rounds in the cuff. Then I did my shadow wrap heel, and then I did 55 rounds in the foot, and then I did my rounded toe. So this was sock pair 1. Sock pair 2. These are Scottish Thistle by Desert Vista Dye Works. And these were made exactly the same. And then these were my share a pair that I did with the Love and Stitches membership. The purple is Grape Juice by Arcane Fiberworks. This is what my swap partner sent to me. And then this variegated tonal, it's not reading the best. It's pink and blue and there's some purple and like some raspberry in there. This is a colorway that I dyed up. I wanted very nudie pastel, like spring colors, and I think that it came out just absolutely lovely. The only difference, I still did 68 stitches in the cuff and 60 stitches in the leg, except I did 15 stitches for the cuff and I think 20 stitches. Yeah, 20 rounds. I said stitches. 15 rounds for the cuff and 20 rounds for the leg. Same shadow wrap heel, same 55 rounds in the foot and the rounded toe. That was amazing. I was so proud of myself. I cannot believe I did 3 full pairs for sock week. That is amazing. Last year I think I did 1 sock total, maybe 1 pair. I don't know. So then the following week, I had plans to find a pattern and start my daughter's birthday set. Excuse me. And I did. I didn't just start my daughter's birthday set. Her birthday is at the end of August and like 2 weeks before school. So her back to school birthday kind of gets combined, but she picked the colors. She asked me for what she wanted and it's amazing. I am so in love. So I went with a very simple flax light pattern. I still haven't woven in my ends. But because there was so much going on in the wool, I opted to do a very, very simple pattern. I really wanted to let the wool sing in this one. So this is Emma's yarn in Practically Perfect Sock, and the variegated color is Turtle Haven, and then the contrast color is Set Sail. I absolutely love that. Like, it's kind of like a spiral the way that color is coming out, and like you can see it in the collar as well. Like it's got like it looks like waves, and I am in love with it. So I did the 4 to 6 year old size, and I have plenty left over. I cannot believe how little wool this took. I used 93 grams of the primary color, and I used like 17 grams of the contrast color. So overall, barely more than a full skein. I could have easily have just done everything in a single colorway, and I alternated skeins the entire round, the entire sweater, even the sleeves. I was impressed with myself. I never alternate skeins, but I'm like, I really need to, and I'm so glad I did. So this is her sweater. I did the 4 to 6 size, I believe, and then I customized the decreases on the sleeves. I have all of this in my notes on Ravelry because I did more decreases than what was called for, and I like the sleeves I just did on my own. I omitted the the garter ridge on the sides, and it came out perfect. She absolutely loves it. She's like, "Mommy, let me wear it early." I'm like, absolutely not. We are waiting for school because that is what I made this for, and I do not want it to get messed up. So this is Lillith's birthday sweater / back to school sweater. And then, guys, here is her, I did a sockhead slouch hat by Kelly McClure. I used about 10 grams for the contrast, and I don't know how much I used, but look at the difference. Like, this has a lot more pulling, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and you can tell that they're a set, but I love how it's just different. So she's also got a hat, and she loves it, and it fits, and I'm so excited. I did the child size. I believe these are free pattern. Yeah, Kelly McClure, the sockhead slouch hat is a free pattern. I did 120 stitches. I did go down a needle size, and I only did about 2 inches of ribbing instead of 3. That was just a personal decision because of how small my kid's head is. I mean, you talk to her and you can tell she's got a big head, but it's physically quite small. So here is her hat. And my last finished object, still gotta weave in my ends, but look at that. So this has more spiral in the bottom than it does in the top, and I'm not sure like exactly why, but again, it looks like waves, and I absolutely love it. This is her little cowl because she's still a little too young for actual scarves and wraps, especially if she's going to be like playing on a playground. So I made a cute little cowl for her, and she loves it, and she's super excited about it. So look at that. This was the sock head cowl, so like both by Kelly McClure. This was like an actual set, but on this I did not pull enough wool to get the recommended cast on, And so I cheated and I said, it's a multiple of 4, good enough. And it was close enough. I think it was like 8 stitches short of like the recommended cast on, and it fits her, so it does not matter, not one bit. So I cannot believe I have 6 finished objects in 4 weeks. That's still amazing. And I'm almost done with Lily's set. Like I think this is going to be the tradition. She gets like a full set for back to school. So yeah, that is all of my finished objects. Continuing into my works in progress, I am using this cute little basket. I got this from Target a few years ago. I actually have quite a few of these just around my office holding various things. And my next project, my first my first work in progress is a wee little sock. Look how cute it is. Now, guys, I literally spent maybe an hour and a half so far on this, and I got to a point, I'm like, I need to have her try this on to make sure it's gonna fit. But I got the cuff. Let me pull that back. I got the cuff, I got the wee little leg, I got the heel, and I got like about half of the foot done. An hour and a half maybe knitting on this. Wee little socks go so fast, and I'm just like, why have I not knit these before? I think I've done like 1 pair of socks for her in the past. So I mean, she has a pair of socks so far, but she's gonna start getting a lot more socks. I think whenever I knit a sock, a pair of socks for me is only like 50 grams, so I might just start like make her a pair, make me a pair. So same wools, it's Emma's yarn, it's the Practically Perfect sock. Again, it's Set Sail and Turtle Haven. I am using actually 2.25 millimeter needles. I tried it on 2 circulars and I did not care for that. I felt like I was just getting stabbed by all the needle ends. So I switched to Magic Loop. Unfortunately, this is too small for a 9-inch circular, and I think that's why I never did a whole bunch of socks and stuff for her in the past, because I am not a fan of Magic Loop, but I think I'm coming around. I really think I am. So this is her sock. I measured her today. Her total foot is about 16 centimeters. And it's like 2.5 centimeters for 1 inch, and I think like a kid's sock takes about 1 inch for the toe. So I think I'm gonna knit, and we do like negative ease in our socks, so I think I'm gonna knit until it's like 12 or 13 centimeters. I have my little sock ruler by Twice Sheared Sheep, and like I did measure on her. I think I'm gonna knit it until like the kids size. Like when I looked, like, can you see that? Okay, so when I looked, I think the ball of her foot came up to about a 9. So I think that's where I'm going to knit 2 and then do her toe. And then my niece, oh my gosh, she's got big feet. And like, I don't think like, oh, big feet as in like for an average person, but like she's got almost like adult feet. It's kind of crazy. She wears a size like 3.5 currently, and like 3.5 in kids. And I wear a size 6 in kids. So But a 6 in kids is actually like a 7.5 in women's. So it like, there's some conversion there. So it's not like it's that drastic. It's just wild to me that like I held her shoe up to my foot and like, I was like, that's almost the same size as my foot. That's crazy. Okay, so Lily has almost a sock done. I've got, I didn't even look. Now that I've seen it on her foot, I need to like take a look, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I got maybe another 2 inches of knitting to do, and that's it, and then I'll do a toe and she's done. So actually I want to see here. Yeah, because I said about 13, it's about 5 centimeters left that I need to knit. So I'm super excited. And this is the best part, guys. Blowing my mind. I haven't even touched my 3rd skein. My stuff is all over the place. I don't know how to stay organized anymore. So this is probably what I'm going to use for her mitts when I'm done, because she is getting some mitts. So I'll use as much as I can. You know, I'll do the socks here. Depending on how much is left, I might start this for the mitts. And then I still have all of this, which I think is about 25 grams. Like I so much wool left, which is wild to me, because like this, I was anticipating using the first 2 skeins just for the sweater and then having the 3rd skein for the all the extra stuff, and to find out I'm literally getting everything out of 2 skeins is crazy. And then the contrast color, I have about 10 grams left of my 3rd contrast color, and then I have 1 whole mini left. I'm so excited. I am so excited about this. So now I've got to figure out what the heck am I going to do for the last skein. Do I make something in the same colors for one of the other kids, or do I make her a winter hat? Maybe I make her a musselburgh, or maybe I make her a tank top, because a skein, oh, that would be so cute. A tank top with like, this is the main color, and like this, like the little straps. I think this is going to be a tank top. Or maybe not the straps, because that would be hard unless I had it like split. I would have to take a look and see how I'd want to do that, because I'd need to split this into 2, so that like when I got to the V-neck of the tank top, or like the scoop of the tank top, I'd have to think about it. But I could do this in the hem, and then she could have like the full body there, and then this in the hem. I will see how much I have left. She might be getting a tank top, like just to lounge around the house with, because she really likes to knit stuff. I'm so excited with how much my kids love the knit stuff that I do, which is really, okay, so I was really disheartened when she was really little, because I was crocheting, and I crocheted her a couple of dresses and she hated them. Like visceral hate from the depths of her bones. Like it was crazy how much she hated those crochet dresses. And she's just extra. They were like, I was crocheting with acrylic, and I thought I was picking nice soft acrylics. She disagrees. To this day, she will not wear acrylic. She is a merino or bust. Although she's been asking, I have some merino silk in one of my project bags for a top I'm gonna make eventually, and every time she feels it, she's like, Mama, can I use that? Can that be a shirt for me? Can we do that, Mama? And I keep like telling her no, because I'm like, that's for me. That is my, that's for Mama's project. So, I'm so happy she's come around to all the knits though. It's beautiful. Okay, so my next work in progress. This is living in a Knit for Brains large wireframe bag. And this is my sweater scarf. Look at that. Oh, I love that texture. That's one of my favorite textures, like, of all time. It's so lovely. We've got quite a bit happening here. I've got it. Look at that. That is so cute. So cute. I love this so much. Now this one is going to get very little work going forward. I'll talk about this a little bit more in my plans. Let me move my marker up. Oh, I didn't even show you where my marker was. Hold on. So this is where I was the last time you saw it. I finished the next skein. The next skein started about here. So I did another skein of knitting into it. I have got 6 more skeins allotted for the body. So let's hope that is enough. And this is a sweater scarf knit along that I'm doing with some of my friends in the Knitterino group. And it goes until my anniversary. So my goal, I think, is to have it done before my anniversary, which is October 31st. Because I think I want to wear this out on my anniversary when we take the kids trick-or-treating and then subsequently go out to dinner afterwards. I think this is what I want to wear. So I'm super excited. I am knitting this part on US 8s, which are 5mm needles. I'm using my ChowGoo red lace interchangeables. And I am knitting this on Drops Cotton Merino. It is color number 1. I actually think this is like their naked or their bare. And I'll see how I like it, but since it is cotton merino, I think I could get a beautiful, like, very light teal color or very light gray. I might overdye it. I have been really into overdyeing lately. Like, I'm just like, how would this look if I overdyed it? And we'll talk about a little bit of that in a minute. Because, like, if I overdyed this, it would not be the first one that I do. So we'll see. But I have 6 more skeins because it takes 1 skein to do the sleeve. And then I've got 6 more skeins to finish up the body. Hopefully that's enough. If it's not, I'm sure I probably could order some more. I got this on D-Stash in one of my groups. But if I ordered more, that would just give me more reason to overdye it. We'll see. So that is this project. My next project is living in another, what do you know, Knit for Brains. And this one is a little bit of, this is all acquisition, but I just had to cast it on right away. Woo! Knit throwing stuff off the table. Great. So when my niece Ava saw Lily's set, she said, I want one. I want a sweater. And I'm like, When they ask, how could I say no? So I took her to the wool shop this week and she picked out her colors. She did I just realized that that's funny. I did not realize this. So these are Ancient Arts yarns, and are these all? So the main color that I'm using is on the Socknado base. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So on the Socknado base, we have Lange aux Meadows, which is this really beautiful meadowy color. And I got 4 skeins of this. And this is what it looks like caked up. This is what it looks like in the skein. So I've got 3 more skeins of this. And then I got, apparently on the Passion 8 base, which is actually a sport weight. It's close enough, honestly. Heavy fingering sport. It's the same makeup. They're both 80/20. I looked at the fiber. I didn't actually notice that they were different bases. But on this sport weight, it is Dune Grass. And it is this really beautiful solid green. And this is what it's looking like as it's knitting up. I'm gonna start with her hat, then her cowl, then her socks, then her mitts. And instead of doing minis, I did a single skein, which is still 20 grams more. Excuse me. Which is still 20 grams more than I even got for Lillith, and I have plenty of wool, so I'm not concerned that it's not going to be enough or anything. It's knitting up just fine. It's not enough of a difference that I didn't even notice. But this is what it's looking like. And I literally started this last night. Last night I started Lilliths Socks. And I got to the point I'm like, she needs to try this on. So then I switched gears and started this hat. And I'm like more than halfway. I counted that I should need like 50 rounds of body and I'm at like 30. So this hat will probably be done today, honestly. Yeah. This is also a Sockhead Slouch by Kelly McClure. And then the next one will be the Sockhead Cowl. And that one I will make sure, because Ava's a little bit bigger, I'll make sure I do the full cast on for that one. I am still down a needle size by comparison of the pattern, but it's going just perfectly. I really, really like this gauge that I'm working with. So, also in a Knit for Brain bag. Not a sponsor yet. So that's a little sneaky peeksy into my acquisitions, as well as my next, stop it guys, my next projects. All right, my last whip, this one is kind of at a standstill. I think I'm gonna block it today just so I can get a really good idea. And this is also in a Knit for Brain bag. I love this one so much. I love the Gilmore Girls. I love Lorelei and Rory. So this is another Knit for Brain bag, and I am using a Sheep Just Wool, Sheep Just Whirl. It is a 60/40 cotton acrylic blend. Oh, there is some candy left over from the theater. That's what happens when you take a kid to a theater and you knit. So this is what I've got left. And this is where I am at current. I'm dropping stitches all over, damn it. Okay. This is why those pretty awesome like needle stoppers that I have should probably be used. Oh, look, a shopping receipt. I'm lazy. Honestly, that's all it is. So this is where I'm at. And I have done so much knitting on this in such a short time, really. I've only worked on this like 2 days by comparison of like the last time I showed it. I was looking for my little stitch marker and it's over here. So the last time you guys saw this, I was like all the way down here. And then we went to Oppenheimer, which was a 3-hour movie. And I got like literally 6 inches done. And I got to about there. And then I took my daughter to Barbie, and these like 2 inches are just what I got done at a theater with my daughter, who she doesn't sit very well. Like, she climbs all over you, she gets up, she walks around. This is why we go to like the early matinee so that we disturb as few people as possible. And ironically, there were more children than I thought would be there. And I'm glad I didn't let other people's opinions deter me from taking her. While I wouldn't say it's a kids movie, it is rated PG-13. All of the humor went over her head. All she saw was Barbie kicking ass and making the world a better place. So she loved it. I loved it for her. And I got about 2 more inches on this. So I am about to put this on some try-on cords. And I am going to block it, and I am going to make a determination if I want to do maybe a couple more inches for the body, because I want this to be a nice long tank top, and then we'll go from there. This is the, I didn't say any of the details, gosh. This is the this is the Breeze Racerback by Jessie Made Designs. I did go down on the needle size. I did a 3.5 for the rib and then a 3.75 millimeter for the body. And this has been such a fun knit. It goes, I can't believe it went that fast, honestly. So yeah, that is the end of my current whips. I think. Looks like it. That's it. That's the end of my current whips. My future cast ons. Obviously once I finish Lilliths Socks, I'm gonna do Lily's mitts. Once I finish Ava's hat, I'm gonna do her cowl, her socks, her mitts, and her sweater. And then the only other real big thing that I have planned for this month is my Desert Vista Dye Works socks for August. This is the Babushka colorway, and this is what it looks like in a cake. And I'll probably cast these on tomorrow. My husband is taking me to the Revivalist concert here in Cleveland tomorrow night, so I think this is what I'm gonna take with me. It should be pretty vanilla. I'll at least like tomorrow afternoon I might like cast on and get like the cuff done. That way it's just the leg that I have to do. Well, it's just the leg. It's just vanilla knitting that I'll be doing while we're actually out. So that is there. I don't think I said this, but my socks are all cuff down 9-inch circular needles, and my socks I'm using a 2mm needle. I only use a 2mm needle for the adult socks, and then I did go up to a 2.25mm needle for the kids socks. So I'll just say that there. Let's do this month's plans. Guys, I love doing this, and I forgot how much I love this. So here are my knitting plans for August. I think it's backwards for you. I'll try to remember to flip it. But today's August 5th, which is the last day of week 1. And the only thing I wanted to do is Lillith's hat and cowl. And that's done. Like, finito. I started on next week's stuff already. Next week, my goal is Lillith's Socks, Ava's hat, and the first of my Desert Vista dye work socks. I think we both know that these are probably going to be done today, which is really going to free up my month. And then this sock I'll take with me to the concert tomorrow. And then my sweater scarf. I want to do one ball, one skein of wool into that project each week. And that should be completely finished way before my anniversary. Week 3, I'm going to do, so the following week, I'm going to do Lillith's mitts, Ava's cowl, and the second Desert Vista dye work sock. Which is again like only 3 days of knitting, plus the sweater scarf, one ball. I've only got 3 to 4 days of knitting in each, like, in each week. That's like actually planned for at this point. And then week 4, I have, I want to finish up my racerback, assuming I don't figure that out and like squeeze it into one of these other weeks. I want to finish my racerback and start Ava's sweater, which at that point, you know, it's, where did I put Ava's socks? Did I not put Ava's socks in here? I did not. Oh, I think I said Ava socks were going to be a bonus, like if I had time. In fact, I'm probably on the next page. I'm going to put like a bonus, because there's a few other bonus things that I want to maybe squeeze in, because I'm a maniac. So week 4, I have Ava's sweater and my tank top. Week 5, I have Ava's sweater, her mitts, and that's really it. Like, I love how planned out this is. I really, really love it. Now, with how fast a lot of these things are coming, is that all I'm going to do? I don't know, because it's a lot, but there's a lot more that I want to do. And this is kind of like, okay, I gotta show you guys something. Hold on. So this was my love note. Here is the top of the body, here's the lower body, and here is each of the sleeves. I ripped it out because it didn't fit the way I wanted it to. And so I am going to reknit it. Now the problem is I don't know when I'm going to reknit it. So I'm thinking, like, if I get as far advanced, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get everything in my week like taken care of, and then if I have extra knitting time, I will turn back to my love note and I will start working on that. The other thing that I could do is I could just get each week's assignments done, and then once I finish everything, I can start working on the bonus projects. I don't know how realistic that is. I think I'd want like one of those bonus projects to get started pretty quickly. I don't know. And then the other thing, no, I think that was it for the bonus. Like, I want to get that started really quickly because I miss that sweater already. I love that sweater. It was just too loose of a gauge, which meant it was, I don't like things to be super oversized, so that was bugging me. And then because of the fiber content and how loose the gauge was, it was really pilly. So I'm just going to reknit it. I have, God, I can't believe how much, I can't believe how much I actually still have. So I have all of this, plus I still have all of this. Like, honestly, I could 100% just start completely from scratch. And then another one. I'm not gonna do that. What I am going to do is I am going to start with these two that are already caked up, and I am going to alternate the skeins because obviously like the unwashed one is a lot more saturated than the washed one, and I don't want it to get too like dull. So I am going to, when I start it again, I am going to alternate skeins each round, and I am going to make it, even though I'm going for a tighter gauge and a smaller overall sweater, I am going to make it bigger in that it's going to be longer. So I will probably run out of wool with what I have. So I think, you know, putting those other skeins in it will be a great decision. And because that one's been knit and washed a few times, like, and that's all virgin wool, like, I definitely want to make sure that I get that like alternated so there's not like such a stark difference between old wool and new wool. Does that make sense? So that is going to be my bonus project this month. Okay, now on to cowls and mals. Summer sock camp is still going. I don't know if kids socks count for that. Can someone answer? Do kids socks count for summer sock camp? If they do, let me know because I will have at least 2 more pairs. The Desert Vista Dye Work socks, that's a year-long sock cowl that I'm doing. And then I haven't actually like posted any of my makes for the splash pad party. This is one of the things I do when I join a cowl for the first time. Like the first year, I'll kind of just like sit back and like I'll knit along with it, but I don't ever actually like submit things because I'm weird. But the Summer Splash Pad by Down Cellar Studio, aka Boston Jen, that is still going on at least through the end of this month. It might be going through the end of next month. We'll see. And then I have some super exciting news. Okay, so links will be down below. Please join us in the Mals with Pals Fall 23 knit along. There was a couple of people in one of my groups that was like, hey, are any of those ranunculus cowls still going on? And we were like, no, I think those were like, you know, mostly spring cowls that people did. And they were like, oh shoot, I really wanted to knit them. I'm like, we can just do another cowl, that's fine. It's been on my list for a minute, let's do it. So the Mals with Pals group was started, and we are doing a fall knit along, and we are going to be doing the ranunculus sweater by Midori Hyros. I am so sorry if I did not say your name correctly. I think it's Midori Hyros or Hyros. I'm not sure, and I'm so sorry. Somebody please correct me on the correct pronunciation of their name. That is super important, as somebody whose name is never pronounced correctly, to the point that I have changed my name. Pronunciation is super important to me, so please correct me on how to say the designer's name. But we are gonna be starting September the 1st, and the official deadline is going to be November 18th. So it's like 10, almost 11 weeks of knitting time. However, for the overachievers out there, hi, I see you. We are going to do a 7-week challenge where we knit it and wear it to Rhinebeck. I'm so excited for this, like stupidly excited. So that is going to be starting September the 1st. There is the link in the description about the knit along. The group for chatter is available. We understand that Ravelry is not accessible to everybody, so we created a Facebook group just for the Mals with Pals to communicate and chatter and share what you're working on, and we are so excited. It's me and my friend, her name is Elizabeth, and I met her through one of my groups, and she was one of the first people who were like, hey, is this a thing? I'm like, we can make it one. So that is starting soon. There will be prizes. I'm still trying to come up with prizes in like what would be fair. I want this to be open and accessible and, you know, all of that. So we are gonna have everything open worldwide. Any physical prizes are going to be limited to the US and Canada, and then we can do some digital prizes to everybody else, just because shipping has gotten a bit astronomical. So feel free to enter, knit along with us. We'd love to have you join us, and there will be some sort of prizes available throughout. Like maybe I'll do depending on where the people are, maybe we'll do like a European gift card to like Stephen and Penelope or something. I don't know. I'm still working on that. With that, the ranunculus is a wildly adaptable pattern. Wildly adaptable. And I think I have figured out the color I want to use. The problem is I have not figured out the weight. So surprise, we have teal. So this is Neighborhood Fiber Co. in Studio Sock. It's 100% organic merino. This is a non-super wash, and the colorway is called Lakeland. I have a sweater quantity of this. So this is option 1. It is a fingering weight, 400 yards per 4 ounces, which is like 130 grams. It's so weird that it says ounces instead of grams. And why do I think that's weird? Like, it's an American company. Of course it's measured in ounces, but I don't know. That's just weird. That's weird to me. So it's 400 yards per 400 yards per 4 ounces. And this is their Studio Sock base. Okay. Option 2 is Teal Feather on Malabrigo Rios. Now this is it says 210 yards per 100 grams, 192 meters. They call this worsted, but I have knit with this. This is more like a DK, maybe a heavy DK. And the thing I like about the ranunculus sweater is you can knit it as light as lace, as heavy as worsted. So you do you, and I love that for everybody. People in a colder climate need more weight to their sweaters. People in warmer climates don't. And I think it's fantastic that one sweater can do all of that. So these are the two that I'm between. I've got a sweater quantity of both. I just don't know what to do. This is going to be the vote. Please help me choose. Which of these do we think I should do my ranunculus in? Fingering weight or DK weight? All right. All right. And that is going to bring us to acquisitions, if I don't put that on there. All right. So, I am a hot mess today, guys. Acquisitions. Oh, my girlfriend in one of my Knitterino group, I'm only in the one Knitterino group. Anyway, one of my girlfriends sent me, when I told her I got this braid, and I didn't know if I wanted to get an e-spinner or a drop spindle. She goes, oh, I have an extra drop spindle if you want it. And I'm like, that is so stupid sweet. Thank you so much. So my girlfriend sent me a drop spindle. And I have a girl in one of my like local knitting groups who's going to try to teach me a little bit of how to use the drop spindle. And I'm so excited about this. This is so cool. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing or anything, but I'm super excited for this. Like, you don't even know. So I got that. Kat, you are so amazing. Thank you so much. If you like little podcasts, go check out my friend Catherine. She is Pearl Monster. She has a knitting diary here on YouTube as well. Please go check her out. She is amazing. So sweet, so kind. All right. Next up is my, oh my gosh. What is this? Yarnable. Can't think. Yarnable by Hypnotic Yarns. So all the extras come in the little pouches. It's red this month instead of purple, so I think this is probably going to go to Lillith. But the theme this month was sunflowers. And it's Grow with the Flow is the theme, which is also going to be the color name. And it says, be like a sunflower, so even on the darkest days, you will stand tall and find the sunlight. I love that. The extras included these adorable little sunflowers by Meganster Knits. I think that's how you say it. Morgenster. I think it's like supposed to be like a mix between Megan and Monster. But look at those. I love them so much. It came with a needle minder, also by Morgenster Knits. That is so cute. I love needle minders so much. And then this literally almost started a fight in my house because my daughter's been playing with my sock roller slap bracelets. And when she saw this, she lost her damn mind. It is a gauge ruler on one side and and sunflowers on the other side. And she loved it. So honestly, I have a purple one and a blue one. I think I'll probably keep the sock rulers, and I think I might give her this one because she just is so in love with these. And I guess this is also, it's got the same logo right here, so I'm guessing it's also Morgenster Knits. So these are the extras. I told her she had to wait for me to show you before I could actually give it to her. So, all right. And then, guys, the wool. Oh, I love it. This is it. It is such a fun, earthy autumn color. I really got to start knitting these up like as they come in because they're kind of just like growing behind me. But this is so gorgeous. I love it. It kind of reminds me of the pumpkin one that she did in 2021, and I love it. It's so gorgeous. I think this is probably, it's a little more earthy, so I think this is going to be something for my husband. All right, so that is the Yarnable. Next, we have the Sock Yarn Society. Oh my god. Okay, so the Sock Yarn Society package came, and I'm like, what the hell did you do, Lori? Now, y'all, anyone else who gets the Sock Yarn Society, please let me know. Was I the only one that, like, did you guys get different colors of this? Or, like, were they all the teal? Because I personally want to think that Lori just knows me so well that she's like, oh yeah, May has to get the teal. I'm giving myself too much credit. Lori doesn't even know. But look at how cool this is. So this is a Turkish woven beach towel. And the great thing I love about these have actually been on my mind a lot lately. So it's like, Lori's so amazing with this, and the rest of the girls too. I'm sure it's not all Lori, but these are great to wear as like wraps and blankets, and they don't hold sand the way like other towels do. So if you take them to the beach, they just like shake out really well. But like, it's great. This is so perfect for bonfire nights. This is so perfect for just like a night on the towel. In fact, a night on the town. In fact, I think I'm probably gonna wear this tomorrow to the concert. I love it, and it's my favorite color. Lori, if you did that on purpose, I love you. Like, I already love you already, but this is just one more thing that, like, this is why I'm so happy I got my Sock Yarn Society back, because these extras are always just so freaking phenomenal. So this was the big extra this month, and that is a huge extra, guys. And then the rest of the extras, where's my little, I don't know where my little card is, because it usually has a card that tells you what all the stuffs and things. But we got a tropical vacation green tea with a little disposable eco-friendly tea bag. And then we got the signature Arkansas State Rise and Stitch marker. And we also got, guys, look how cute this is. Look at that cute little flippy floppy. This, like, I don't know why, but this, like, screams Lilo and Stitch to me. I love it. Maybe it's the type of flowers that are on it. Not really, because those are, like, daisies. I don't know, but this flip-flop just screams Lilo and Stitch to me, and I love that, like, so much. And then the wool. Oh, my God. Lillith has not seen this yet, and I have a feeling she's probably going to claim it, so I'm probably just going to throw this in her bin. She loves everything from Arkansas Yarn Co. But she is going to lose her ever-loving mind on this. Look at this. Oh, excuse me. Look at this skein. It's called Sunset on Summer. I've got hiccups now. It's called Sunset on Summer. It's got pink and fuchsia. It's got purple and orange and blue and like red. This is so gorgeous. Lillith is gonna lose her mind, and she's probably gonna claim it, which means probably more socks and a hat, because she loves socks and hats. So that is that. And guys, I'm actually really impressed that this is all I have. I've got my Hypnotic Yarn, I've got my Sock Yarn Society, and I had that one little trip to the wool shop to get wool. We were in and out of that wool shop in 15 minutes. The owner was like, who are you? Because I could spend hours there. Okay, so let's see. Really quick reading and watching. I saw Oppenheimer. That was good. I loved that. I saw Barbie with my daughter. And then last week, my husband took me to see Talk to Me, which is a very low budget, very small production house, and they are quickly becoming my favorite. So happy that A24 was the production company for this movie called Talk to Me. Oh, it was good. Like, it was different, but it was good. So that is what I've seen in theaters lately. Let's see. TV wise, I have been watching Young Sheldon mostly. Just kind of like a comfort, have something on while I'm knitting. Let's see. Reading wise, I read a book called Fractured Freedom by Shane Rose. It's available on Kindle, and it is good. Ooh, it is good. It is also incredibly difficult. There are some themes of recovering perfectionism and people pleasing. There are some themes of child loss. There's some really like dark and depressing parts. So if you struggle with any of that, I would just say like, this is your warning. It was hard as a person who's lost not one, but 2 children. There were some really tough parts to get through. So that is your warning. On the sweeter side, I have started, I think it's called The Inn on Harmony Island. Yes, The Inn on Harmony Island by Anne-Marie Meyer. That is cute. I'm very newly into that one, maybe 5-10%. That one is cute. It does start off a little rough because it starts with, I think, a funeral of like a grandmother. So it's not like that hard because like grandma was old. It's a little easier when they have full lives. So that one I've started, and so far I'm liking. I have finished, I did start A Court of Thorns and Roses. So my reading is about to probably pick up a lot. And then in my apps, I've still been reading the Defiant Luna, which is the sequel to the Defiant Mate. So that is, it's not as fast as a read as the first one was. So I'm kind of reading that like a chapter or 2 a night before I finally pass out. All right, that is that. Giveaways. On the last episode, we had a giveaway for my D-stash of Rowan DK by Primrose Yarn Co. This is in the color Elderwood. This is leftover from my second panic sweater, which is all done and I'm so excited for. And so I thought I'd share this extra skein. The winner from last episode, let me just get that up real quick. Jeannie Lieza. I'll put your name up here. You are the winner of this skein of wool. So if you could reach out to me at 3 stitches short at gmail.com. And that information is also going to be below. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will get you your prize. So thank you so much for everybody to their comments. Okay, Jeannie, Lisa, message me and I will get you your prize. With that, I think that's all I've got. We're only at about an hour and 15 minutes by the time I get some editing in here. That's quite exciting for me. Be well, be happy, knit on, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!